All right. Welcome back to Survive 25, everybody. And we did survive 25. It is now 2026. And this is our first episode since then because we've been building a big old spaceship over in creative mode. And I think now I am ready to get back in here to survival and let's build that big spaceship. Now, I was originally thinking of having it kind of way down the hill, kind of. But the more, as I'm thinking about it, I don't want to end up doing another multi-day project, like digging out in the side of the mountain. So maybe let's just put it a little bit below here and even possibly use this connector as kind of the spot where it connects up. We might be able to get away with that, even just carving out some of this. So let's just give that a shot. And also gotta keep in mind that we are in survival mode again. So, and I think I actually was, let me think, creative mode. Yeah, let's turn that off. I was going to do some welding like I did when we got the space started, but then decided not to. And so, I'm just walking around in the base, don't mind me. It's actually been a while since I've been here, so let's just see. I could probably put a projector underneath or something like that. Seems like that would make sense. And then we'll have to do some piping. We've got piping to here. And yeah, I think we'd have to flip that around. We can just go directly down, or really from any of these. So, I should be okay on hydrogen. I'm gonna get a projector. I don't remember where anything is on my hotbars. That looks like a projector. I should refuel, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have, this is gonna be the left side, so I guess it should be like this. And we should decide where we want to have this. It probably makes more sense to put it up above. Let's just put it right here. Why? Oh, steel plate. Okay. I know I didn't need to do like 3 of those, but anyway. Yeah, I know I'm putting it right over in set light. That's okay. Alright. There we go. And we will need to zoom out quite a bit for this. Let's see what we can do. Fortunately, we have lots of points of view to do this from. Okay, I'm back. We might as well just start over, because hi everybody. Welcome back. I've just been running around the base for 10 minutes and then built a projector down there, and now I need to set up the projector. So I was just trying to find a good, suitable place to observe from and to sort of do a control seat from. Might be just out here is a good spot. Can we just put a helm right there? That's not a helm. Put a temporary helm right there. Yeah, that way I can at least get some better views. And then let's G menu this. We'll take the projector. And we'll put on number 9. We'll go on off, and then we'll set up the one thingies. Starting with roll. I like to go backwards because I always want to put a lower, like a decrease as the first number, and an increase for the second number. Like stop is always the first button in a series. Just a way for me to remember. Not saying it's the best way, it's just the way I do it. And then let's do the same with the offsets. With decrease being the first one. Just works for me. I still get confused about which way the thing goes, but that's neither here nor there. So that should do it if I did all those right. So let's go to the pitch and yaw one and see if we can make it. Oh, that. Oops. So it must be this one. Yeah, flips it around. That's where we want to be. The orientation anyway, the facing. And then let's move it around. Let's start with the horizontal. Get it. It has to get pretty far out. Gotta go back a little bit to where the connector is. Bring it in. Pretty close. Lower it. Let's lower it a little. I think that's about where we want it to be. Let's go down and check. Okay, so we've got to go horizontal 2, forward 2, and back and sideways 2. Okay, that's easy. Oops, I don't need to use that. I can go with 8. So we wanted to go forward and back. We want to go forward 2. We want to go down 2, is it? And we want to go left and right. Oops, other way. And we can start welding right at the catwalk. That would be kind of funny. Okay, so that looks like... Ow. So yeah, sure, let's do it. I think we need to start with this, and then we'll probably need to do some kind of convey, some piping down there. Because we'll probably be working from below at some point. So let's get into first person, and let's grab. Let's first of all get rid of some stuff. How's our hunger? We're doing okay. Should probably heal up before we do much else. And let's just get rid of anything that's not construction basics. And then let's get a bunch of steel plate. A couple hundred, that's probably fine. Maybe 100 of... Oh, that's all the room we have. Let's get rid of that. Let's try and get a few more. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, we can get rid of these too. A couple more of these. A couple more of these. That's funny. So, we want this same type of geometry happening here. So let's consider that. We've been going in a pattern of 3s, like to here, so here would be a main point of connection, let's say. And let's keep the HUD on just so that we don't lose track of our hydrogen. Not totally sure yet how far down we even need to go. Doesn't look like it's that far. Is it like one more below that, I think? No, it looks like it's a bit below still. You can tell I've been in creative mode for a while. I can't tell where. I can't tell how high it is. Let's just make some guidance markers, yeah. Okay, looks flag. Okay, where we are, 1. We want to be up 1 from here. That is our surface. For now. And we probably want to go the whole length of it, but let's get this all to the right level. We know for sure that that's going to be a foundation of it. And then, just thinking about design here as well for just a little. We'll have something kind of, at least structural, kind of doing something like that. And of course, we'll have to have a way to get up and down from there. So I guess for starters, we're just going all the way in to the mountain, this whole entire way across. Then, let's see. Not even sure how wide it is. See if we can count it. Ooh, without dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the center. So 7 plus 7 is 14, 15 across. And that means that if this is the 1, that's 1 right there. Right? Yeah. 2, 3. Here, let's get that one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's huge. It makes all the other ships just so much smaller in comparison. I mean, it's not going to end up being square, of course, but we're just kind of going to try to figure out how much space this thing takes up. Unfortunately, I have access to a jetpack, but let's keep the HUD on. And we'll just go a really long way with this. Whoops. Sorry. You know, technically we only need to go as far as the landing gear, but it might be cool to have some way to cover it, at least partially, like make sort of a carport for it, and have access to stairs as well, for that matter. But I think this just makes this even dwarfs the base. Oh, not really. It's suitable size for the base. Still, it's a huge ship. Okay. Keeping an eye on hydrogen. I mean, we might have an empty bottle. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also keeping in mind, if we run out of hydrogen down here, it might not be very easy to get back up. Oh, you can actually just literally walk up the cliff. Nice, okay. Let's just grab, sure, all of them. Okay, and that particular line was 1, 2, 3. Okay. You don't have to leave any gaps once it's filled or you end up falling through them. We'll make sure to get all that, don't worry. Whew. We might not, it might not all be connected to the mountain, we'll see. Now the question is how far back? I mean, you probably want it to be, like if the maintenance crew would have to be able to like walk around the whole thing in order to wash it and stuff, so it has to be at least the size of the ship. A couple more. Something like that. So I believe that is 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoops, that was 20. Don't mean to shout about it. I don't have very many. It's because these things take up so much. Well, some. Here, since we're just doing those right now, let's get rid of everything else that we don't need. Just get a bunch of steel plate. There. Double check our paint. Yeah, we're using the one that we've been using. So that was 20. 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. That's not even to the front of the ship. 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. And the other block was 1 out, so it's 50. It's 50 blocks long. Nice. So I'm going to go out 1 more. So I now believe the whole thing is 52 from front to back, this structure, that is. And so I'll probably, frame up the rest of this off camera, but let's see. Maybe we can think about some shaping just to make it not just completely a big square. Like, for example... Oh, I literally fell right through that. Oops. Okay. What's the tab? Caps. So that would be maybe 1 more, and then yeah, maybe we'll do like this 2, and then we'll start shaping in. That kind of thing. Oops. So Here we go. And we can maybe even round it out. So it's more like, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 5, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aye. Oi. Oops, I'm already too far. Wait. Something ain't right. Okay, oh, I see. Alright. Okay, so what did I do? I need to move all this over one. I think if I just add one, then I can subtract one, right? And try not to get confused. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. And that should all still be connected. Yeah. I think that's at least the right dimensions. So there we go. And then maybe for the back we'll do something similar. We'll do something similar but with the opposite rotation. Here's what we'll do. We had, let's see, oh, that's not the center. We gotta go from center. Center, center. I think this is it. Pretty sure that's center, yeah. Oops, okay, now I can't tell. Yeah. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's center. We'll come out to the ladders at least. And then here we have maybe from we might have to redo this. Depending on which way it ends up. So we would do something like that the other direction. For example, to there, and then there. Yeah, that would probably want to do also like one more in. Something like that. Oops. Damn it.
Energy low.
Now, did we get that one right? Maybe not. Uh-oh. We gotta refuel. I should probably swap out my hydrogen bottles as well. Yeah, we're getting pretty low. Why are they all ending up there? And now they're not refilling. This happens. Nobody should be stockpiling. Ah. Knock it off. Now, I think... inventory? They should be... no. Still not going to refill. Will they, if we put them here? Yeah. It's so weird. I don't understand why it works this way. There's probably a fix that I'm not thinking of, but that should have been. Sure. Oh, and let's get some more plates. You've got that. Let's check out what's happening over here. I think I messed something up. Or maybe I just didn't go out the same distance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be the first one. Oh yeah, okay, I guess that is. I just had never gone all the way out with it. Let's finish building the outer framework right quick. Oy. There we go. Cool, so now we have a basic structure. Yeah, it's pretty big. Let's put on music for this. There you are. Oh. Okay. Let's... Okay. I know it doesn't fill it all the way out on the other side either, or on both. You know what I mean? But yeah, we can have it go a little wider in the places where it needs to. Make some support for it. Probably just go all the way into the cliff, all the way along here. Can we get that one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Nothing important. The texts, that is. Yeah, it's maybe not the greatest design for those connectors, because they're not the widest point in the ship. So there's probably bases where it couldn't dock. You have to build like a custom dock for this ship. So yeah, I think that's okay. We can sort of do some kind of structure around it, I think. Maybe go out how much more? Wait. 1, 2, really just 2, 3 more. Let's make it 4. Cool. Not super practical, it's like so tight. We could probably afford to push this out a little more just to make it dock a little easier. I may mess around with it a little off camera. Might just shift it out by a couple blocks, because we'll be crashing into stuff if it's this close. It's a cool idea, but it won't be very practical. And let's see, we probably want to figure out maybe we can go down like here or something. Just have it come straight out. Or maybe we could make kind of another stairwell somewhere around here. I don't know. It'd be cool if it could kind of just be right here. So yeah, we'll probably want to move this out one. Not that one. That one. Even 1, maybe 2 away. 2, that would probably be the smarter choice. Let's see what that looks like. Because then we can just scoot that over. Gives a little more clearance for the cliff. And that just means that this would have to go out. I don't want to actually do these just yet, because there will be changes. Stick with just the full blocks for now. Probably come forward a little bit more too. Or back, rather.
Fuel low.
Yeah. Oh, Whew.
Fuel critical.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, but I can just walk right up this bank. Anyway. we will need to, what are we calling this? Hangar, side hangar, okay. That's fair. There we go. Probably something like that. And that's in one of the pillars. That doesn't matter too much. We can move those anyway. Could circle down just like through here. Come down. Maybe have some kind of, let's do something a little bit grand so that you kind of can see it as you're walking around, maybe. So, get rid of all this. As long as there's something always connected to it, we should be okay. So walk, walk, walk. And then stairs, stairs, stairs. Except for now we're going right up the mountain. Do something kind of crazy, just make it go in random circles. You have to flatten right there. Okay, we cannot lose contact, so let's make sure that we have something connected. It's that for now. Doesn't have to stay that. Now let's figure out what the hell we are doing with these stairs. And it probably makes sense to just have it go one over. Well, except that we do want to keep room for that. So we're going around the piping. Just for fun, just for flavor. I'm just thinking about how to approach this. Let's kind of continue with the same idea that we've been. We'll go under with any piping that we need to do. So we'll put a standard conveyor in there. Railroad. Grab a few things. That's all. That's all we get. Okay, so we've got this. We've got a conveyor. Let's get that welded up. Get what we can. We probably just have too much inventory. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, health is getting a bit lower. 1, 2. They're all the same. I don't need to do it on different ones, but there it is. Yellow. Oh yeah, because the down there part not done yet. So we could go thinking of how to handle this part. Maybe we'll just do a plain old our good old situation that we've been doing. I do want to consider where oops, interior plate. Oops. I don't know if I might have gotten 2 of them, that's okay. Okay, so let's just say that. And then we come down the stairs. This needs to be... Oops. You know what, I should have just... Oh god, okay. Let's weld that up so that we can access it. Thank you. Let's get some steel plate. We probably... Now we want to figure out how this goes down. Okay. Boy, okay, a couple of these. And it could just kind of pop right out there. That's not terrible. Oh, yeah, those need to be... Those were walkways. Okay, so what can we... What do we want to do with all this?
Energy low.
Oops. We'll probably just cover it. Maybe we'll do some windows somewhere. And let's make a little refill station right here too. I forget, yellow or white? I don't remember what color we're doing them. Let's go with gray. Or I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be black. We'll figure it out. chance you're going to get here. Having a little timeout room. Maybe we'll just make a little thing like this. That seems like it would be kind of cool. Or maybe it would be, maybe it would include the stairs. Then it could be pressurized if you needed it to. Like that. Have a door somewhere. Oh yeah, or we could just have it actually literally follow that whole line, which is also kind of cool. Maybe we'll do another kind of window there. I don't mind that. Maybe a couple of these. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I gotta fix that. Let's use those. Corner. Other corner. And we should have...
Energy critical.
Oh, let's go do that. We don't need it down there. I'll probably just have it open like that. It's pretty cool. Boy. That's the one. And then just a regular. I need something along here. Unless we want to just make this more gradual or something. Sure.
Inventory full.
Hello. Are you done? Oh, it's done. Well, you can actually put like a screen right there or something. That's pretty cool. Why not? Oops, not those. Could even put like another one in there if you really wanted to be fancy about it. What was this? Okay. But we can't. Ah, small steel tubes. Let's make some. Let's make a whole bunch. 2,000. We're all out of platinum. I don't think we ever had any platinum. Also, why is that in our queue? I thought that was all the items. Now this, I don't know, could be, we will have a wall for it. Could potentially put another set of windows right in here. Might want to make them 3. Can even do big fancy picture windows. How would that look? I don't really mind that. We've got a lot of glass in this base. It's definitely within the theme. Give it a shot. What about here?
Fuel
Probably
low.
not. It's not very. Uh-oh. Oh, I can go right here.
Fuel critical.
Sure.
Inventory full.
Okay. I think I don't mind this idea. Maybe stick with the same style of windows. Or maybe just keep it open. I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of silly, but other than that, it's pretty cool. There, how about that? And what about this?
Inventory full.
Okay. Oops. Sip of tea. Or an enormous cup of tea. Yeah, it's not great, but it's fine. Could match it on this side, just because why not? Might, cover that up with something. Access panel or whatever. If there's any real need to go behind that. So we take these out. And we are definitely still connected, at least somewhere. And let's also fill that in. I probably want to fill it underneath too. We'll have to come back or remove stuff to weld if we need to. Okay, now. And honestly, actually, we don't need this either, really. Because why not? Gives kind of evil genius lair vibes. Built into the side of a volcano. And of course here we need to do a little bit of that. Yeah, we might even do something with these. Yeah, I don't know, probably not. Let's not mess with the windows anymore. I can live with that. It's a nice platform. We'll do something out here, like maybe just railings all around or something. And oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it does need to go back one more. Which I think means it's going to go one more wider. I'm going to do all that math later. Off camera. But that's a starting point. At least now we have a spot where we can gas up. Yeah. Alright. Let's head back to our nest. Oh. Get in the habit of waiting. This one's 3 seconds instead of 2. It seems like it takes forever. Pressurize. And we should remain pressurized. Set up one more level. This one, for some reason, the lights don't change color. Heal up in the med bay. Have a snack. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. All right. Hi, everybody. We're back after quite a long absence from survival. We spent the last, I guess, month or so in RL time building a big spaceship, and here we are. And also, I'm still sort of halfway between release and editing, as far as, or between recording and release in terms of editing. So this is the second episode since we built this. So I'm just going to go down here and let's check out our work. I was going to give you a big tour of the base, but we've done that already in the last episode. I am just realizing. So let's just head down. I was just finding random ways to get out of the base. And even if you lose pressure in here, it doesn't affect the pressure anywhere else in the base, which is pretty nice. So I was thinking about, it could be a way for us to do like another floor below this, keeping this where it is, and having like sort of some kind of underground means to get over to this platform area. But we did create this decent little sort of kind of tower, I guess you could call it. I did a tiny bit of just welding up, I think, off screen, but we're pretty much where we left off. And, whoops. I think we're out of steel bait. Yeah. Oh no. This is what happens when I just start doing stuff randomly. Let's grab some plate. Have a snack. Oh, and I wanted to weld up that one. Now I think we could probably just weld up this whole platform. Assuming we're happy with how it's looking, I think it's probably okay. We might need to, I don't know, we'll probably need to make it a little wider out here. There's definitely going to be some things that we have to do to change. But that said, I just want to see kind of where we're at with it.
Fuel low.
We have to remember I'm not in creative mode anymore. So I think we would have to go
Fuel
wider on
critical.
both sides. Although this is, we may not be in the center anymore. Ugh, okay. Let me figure out what's happening here before we start welding. There we go. So, somewhere out here we want a couple of structural things. Seems like it would make sense to have them in line with these. So maybe we'll have one of them start there-ish. One of them start there-ish. And what's the distance between them? I'm going to put a marker up top as well. Yeah, sure. It's believable enough for now. I think we'll probably change the shape of this eventually, make it a little bit less boat-like. Let's try and get a little bit of a start on actually welding up this thing. I don't know if this is... Oh, maybe we should weld up the platform. Nah, let's not. Just build the ship. I don't think this is buildable yet. So probably our first move... And actually, this would be a good... This would do well to live down below. In fact, let's consider that. This is how we'll make a door here anyway, so we can make that work. Let's... Realizing now it might have been better to have it facing the correct way, but I don't know. I really don't think it matters. Let's put some kind of button panel down. Where's my light? There you are. It'll probably have to be one of these traditional kind, which is okay. Or maybe put it here. Okay, let's see, what else? So we've got that. We can turn it on. Now we need to... What's a good place to... I guess we could probably just go back up to where we were. Up on the roof. We'll have to move this eventually, but it's fine for now. And we have to reset it using the current projector. Should be good to go. So going back to the rotations, let's just play with it until we figure out what works. That looks like it's right side up. That looks like it's pointing forward. Now let's go to the offsets and forward 2. Oops, 1, 2. There we go. You can see the catwalk lit up. Cool. So we're all set there. Now we might want to build some kind of temporary thing, you know, like a starting point. And I wonder what would be a good starting point, maybe even more than one. Okay. Let's put it back in park. Not this one, but the next one. Check for any damage where we smacked it. Okay. I guess we were either going slow enough. Oh, there's a little damage. There we go. Got pretty lucky. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, overall not too bad. Drop off any scrap. Did I get any scrap metal? Nope. Okay. So that's what we're building the ship on. Now we could consider adding some kind of welder system, but I think maybe we'll just kind of put that, I don't know, we might want to put that in place as we go, but it's probably a good idea to run a spine along the center. I mean, this is going to be for this specific ship, so we should probably run a spine that goes along. Focus a little bit on the infrastructure that'll go into... Oh. Is that where the center is? Okay. Good to know. Yeah, it sure isn't on that side. So yeah, this is stuff that's going to have to be addressed. Okay. Yeah, so let's bring the projector back in and start to just get a sense for where else we're gonna want to put things. Like for example, we'll probably want to weld up these, so we know where the landing gear is. Not sure where exactly. Maybe there. I think it's just right there. Yeah. Oops. Sure. Oops. Okay, that's holding up a thruster. That's actually pretty nice. Maybe I should go back one. Let's put it right here. And we'd like to do that. Somewhere where we can get into the piping as well. Not sure if it's exposed anywhere down here. It's probably the closest is right there. Probably want the ore detector involved in this. Oops. To connect to those thrusters if possible, somehow. Probably just from right there. hazard stripes don't look quite as good when you get the ankles, but I think it gets the point across. And we'll see what else. If there's anything else that we want to include at this early stage. I think I want to get up into that. Oh, hello. Landing gear. Well, if we know that we can do that, maybe leave room where we can walk under it. Oh, except that it won't. It won't weld that way. Okay. Do it like that. All right, let's try and get up to this as well. We want to be one in front. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not buildable there. Maybe up there. There we go. All right, that should be plenty to get us started. And then we'll get to work on, ooh. Beating myself up over here. Then we'll get a little bit more infrastructure together, like some more locations for cargo containers and refill stations and such. But we're out. So yeah, that's going to be next order of business. Just to make it look slightly less like a bunch of blocks piled on top of each other.
Inventory full.
Sure. And that gets us right to a ladder, which is nice. Be early ways to get onto the ship. I was thinking about maybe putting a ladder somewhere around here to make it easier to climb up. Maybe off to the side of the lettering. Of course, there's always just the direct approach. Yeah, I could have something come out that way, but not sure about any of that yet. What we probably do want, though, is something like a ladder shaft. Just going up to there. Let's put it right there. Oof. Let's put it right here. Let's do the same on the other side. Ah. Oops, I am in it. Did not mean to do that. And probably want to do something similar over here. I think there's a scaffold ladder too, which might be cool. Basically the same thing. Let's use this one. Ah, different materials. I want it to be in the opposite order.
Inventory
Oops.
full.
Right through the floor. Hey, dampeners. Hello? Why am I falling? Oh, because my jetpack's not on. Oh, that was a good save. I fell really far, didn't die. Yay! Let's try that again and look for that hole. There we go. Yeah, that's a caution hole. Oh, we can't because we don't have any of this stuff. Ugh.
Inventory full.
Okay, hold on. Here, put these in the BB. Let's just grab one of them for now so we can carry more stuff. Grab a few blocks. Fix those. Let's try that one more time. And we want to start with this. There we go. That should, or maybe not. Maybe not until we add. Where are you? Hold on. Maybe we try something at the top. Walkable. You don't want to cover it though. I don't think it matters if it's walkable, it just needs, let's use a block. There. There, now we are able to, we will be able to, ow. Yeah, I guess that's fine. If it's necessary. But what is necessary is getting some piping in here. So, with that in mind, I think what we need is interior plate. So let's just drop everything. Go to our cargo, grab a couple hundred interior plates, go to our hydrogen, get a couple of full bottles. Oops, that's not the full one. I mean, it's not a couple. And then we should be able to go down here and build something up. I don't know if this needs to continue.
Inventory full.
Keep forgetting. But what we do want to do, I think, is just come directly out of this. Maybe with starting with one of these, just for future redundancy. I don't know. We can do that later if we need to. So where is my center now? Okay, it's there. Here we will put one of these big junctions. And then, yeah, probably, I mean, might as well just run a pipe along the whole underside. These should be yellow if I remember right. Clean. Oh, but it won't. I won't be able to do it right now. Do it like this. And this is where an underbelly connector would be really useful, which we do not have. I sort of tried half-heartedly to put one in, but we'll probably want to have some kind of junctions along here, just so it's not all hanging loosey-goosey. Let's put one here at the very least. That's 9 apart. Maybe 8 to put it in the middle of this, so we should probably just do that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oops. that's... Oops, ow. That puts us where? That puts us right about here. And that's probably as far as we will need to go for... This is actually not a bad spot to put some kind of little area. So, yeah, I think that's going to be good for... That'll be enough for our... thing. We could maybe weld up the feet. We will have to remove all of this before we can release the ship. Yeah. Just thinking about where would be a good spot, where would be good spots to put. Probably just near it, somewhere near these larger pillars is going to be fine. Where these junctions are. Maybe put one here. Oops, oh, now we're out of the other thing. Ugh. Really? Oh, it's the... Where is it? There it is. And I realize this isn't like the most efficient way to do the thing, but I'm not really going for efficiency here. There we go. Okay, so... Ow. Let's turn off the projection and just take a look. Yeah, I think one or two more sets of cargo containers on either side. Somewhere up here. Should do it. There we go. It has a really small footprint for its, for its actual feet. So yeah, clearly it's lopsided and all wonky. We'll have to do something with that.